Thomas, community spotlight or nah?
Yes, community spotlight. Our community spotlight this week is MrJerp.
Jerp.
Jerp. If
Do
you
the
were
jerp.
if you're in Discord, he usually pops out. He and Shanny Pack are the two people who pop into Discord to hang out with me in just the voice channels the most often. MrJerp, MrJerp. You'll see his profile picture is like the very side of his face. You can barely see him, but mainly you can see a penguin. So his bio here. Let's see. Oh, because I forget how to use Discord. Sorry about that.
Whoop.
His bio here is, "Hey, this is John, and I always have too much to say about video games and everything else." Man, you and me both.
Yeah,
you and me both.
Say.
I practically live to hang out with people and chat about this and that. I always feel in my element when I have someone to bounce off of. I'm all over the place on what games I play, but I'm constantly looking for things to try. I stream regularly on Twitch to share what I'm doing and to have fun chatting with people. I also plan on using it as an excuse to pick up my trumpet again and mess around with it on stream here and there. The penguin's name is Zero and is clearly the talent in this operation. So, yeah, I met MrJerp years ago. We used to work together, actually. He has been playing a ton of Monster Hunter Rise, a ton. So anytime I ask, I barely even ask him what he's playing anymore, because since that demo came out, he's been living that Rise life. But we asked him some questions. I asked, "What is your earliest gaming memory?" He says, "Nerd mode activated." It was Math Blaster in early grade school, which was like, I remember playing that too.
Yeah.
He says, "Even after we finally got a console and Game Boy, I would still play this and some of the other educational games a lot because my parents never limited my game time if it was one of those." Smart.
Limited game time. Ugh, I could never live that life.
Yeah, I'm glad. Well, whatever. I've talked about that before. I'm surprised my parents didn't limit my game time when I went overboard with World of Warcraft. Is there a video game that made you fall in love with games? It had to have been Pokemon Red and Silver for me. Having so many people to talk about it with and experience it with was huge. It made me feel like this thing that I was doing wasn't just me being weird.
And just wanted to add real quick, because he's streaming right now, and his it says, "Wait, this also isn't Monster Hunter."
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
He says, list up to 5 of your all-time favorite games. He's got The Witcher 3, Team Fortress 2, Pokemon Silver, Monster Hunter series, and Golden Sun series.
Good picks.
So yeah, he really is all over the place with a bunch of what he plays. He surprises me sometimes because I'll think I've got him like pegged, and then he'll just show up with something different. I'm just like, okay. Like
Look at the literature club.
I always thought, Carlos, that he was a whole lot closer to your gaming sensibilities, but then he throws Witcher 3 in here, and I'm just like, really? Like, I don't know why I thought he didn't like that, but anyway. Do you have a favorite soundtrack? This one is really hard for me, he says. I'm seriously torn between Persona 5 Royal, Nier Automata, Bloodborne, and Octopath Traveler. If I had to choose, it would be Octopath. I can put that on at any time and listen to it all easily. So that, to me, sounds like Carlos anyway.
Yeah, very good choices.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing similar.
It's like so good.
Yeah, I need to give Octopath another shot because the only one off that list I've really given a proper shot is Persona, and you sure can't go wrong with Persona music.
No.
And then, do you have any favorite video game characters? He says Geralt from the Witcher series, mainly because I could listen to Doug Cockle do the voice in every game ever. Yeah, I could listen to that guy just read the weather. So he's got a lot more, but I think someday we'll probably have him on the show. I mean, he was on our stream when we did Hearthstone this past week. He and Shanny Pack before we switched over to Jackbox games. But he's definitely regular. If you're on our Discord, you'll run into him sooner or later. So thank you, MrJerp, for being our spotlight here. And we'll get that picture of the penguin up on Monday when everyone hears this.
Nice.
Yeah, MrJerp and Zero. I will remember that. I'll have to ask him if Zero accompanies him on his Monster Hunter missions.